What's up, guys? It's Crow1176. Okay, so a lot of people have been asking me because of, they bought Spears and Munsil calibrating disc, as you can see there. Spears and Munsil, alright? It's a Blu-ray calibration disc to calibrate your projector, you know, get the image that you're supposed to get and all that stuff. I do use it with my PlayStation 4, and that's how I set it up. So how I do it, you know, I'm not a professional or anything like that, but it works for me. How I do it, I leave a little bit of light on, whatever light I have on, and that's how I calibrate it. I've done it with no light, and to me that was like the best results. But for people that want some light and you want to calibrate it and all that, I mean, I don't know if it really matters. I don't know. I haven't noticed much difference on it, but that's my opinion. You know, like I said, I'm not a professional. This is what I do, just to start off with, you know. So I do that setup and evaluation. So I hit that. So I start with the plunge low, and I press play, and as you can see, that's what you're gonna get. All right. So what I do, I press X, and it shows you read, but please read all that. For people that don't know, read all this. It'll explain what to do, you know. As you can see, look with light, you can barely see it, and then if I turn it off, you can actually see it. So that's why I mean that, you know, you get better results with the lights off, because with the light, this will get a little bit washed out. So I recommend doing it with the lights off, but it's really up to you. Okay, I mean, like I said, you could see it however you want, and you know, I'm not using your type of projector. I'm just showing you what I do, and it works for me, you know. So after that, if you're using a PS4, you press X, you read what the correct has to look. Incorrect, you know, that's too bright down there. Down here is too bright. So then you go back, you press down, and then it'll go back. Okay, to go forward, you just use your D-pad and go forward, and it's gonna go to the next step. Press X, read, and see what you have to have correctly and incorrect. Okay, so you know that if it's too bright, you're gonna see number 12, 20, 25. That's incorrect. You have to barely see number 20, and you barely see 25, and that's the correct way to do it. Okay, and then you go back, go forward if you want, skip to the next one, and so forth and so forth. So that's what you do, guys. You read, and then what you do, like say, okay, I wanna check it out. All the time, be in your menu, you know, set up your brightness first, and then from there, like on the Epsons, I could just go down and mess around with the brightness, contrast, color, whatever it is. You know, I could just do that, and you'd be messing around with it. And watch, check this out. If I go too bright, all right, here I'll show you real quick. I don't want to make this video long. I just wanted to show you real quick. I'll turn off the lights. See, the correct way to do it, you have to be able to see the bottom line and the top line like that. You see that? Down here, there's nothing. Alright? So that's incorrect right there. So, you might want to move, say, the contrast and the brightness for that. See, I could go with the brightness, just leave it low. Then the contrast, I could go lower, or I could go higher, and then you're going to start seeing it disappear. As you go. See that? It just got white. So the higher the contrast, you know, that's where you're at. And that's how it comes out of the box. This is how it comes out of the box. At 50% right there. And this is what you get. So you get no detail, guys. And for some people that want to say that, you know, calibrating is not important and this and that, calibrating is very important to get the best quality picture from your projector. So say I want to go more, and look at the contrast where I'm going to end up. I'm going to end up at 20. Okay? And that's, you can still see all the bars down there like you're supposed to. You see the bars up there like you're supposed to. And, you know, you just do that. You just keep doing that. You keep going step by step. It's really, really important to read and to check the colors and all that good stuff. So press X, read what is supposed to happen, and it's really self-explanatory. It's not hard at all. I mean, yeah, it took me a little bit. I read a lot just to figure out stuff little by little, but just take your time, you know, like when all your kids, your wife goes to sleep or whatever, when you have time at night, just do it. You know, take your time, take an hour or so, and just dedicate it to the projector, calibrating it and all that stuff. And you will get really, really great results, guys. Seriously, you will get super great results. Okay, like this one. This is all about contrast. Here, I'll show you. See, it's all about not the contrast. I'm sorry. It's sharpness. There you go. It's all about sharpness. You see, if you don't have it correctly, see, you get some white lines where the black lines are. It's supposed to be plugged up like that for the sharpness. All right. So, but if you get those white lines here, I'll show you real quick. Let me go back and do it again with the. Okay. So my sharpness is fine because I did do it right the first time. But check it out. You're gonna see some white lines up here. You see that white line up here? Okay. Now, if I go lower on the sharpness, check it out. It starts plugging it up, and then it plugs up. There you go. So that's how it's supposed to be all around. You don't want to see none of this. None of those white lines and none of that. You have to have it, you know, just sharpened up and like that. And you'll be set. So, there you go. Just like I said, take an hour. If you don't know what you're doing or anything like that, just take an hour. You will get it, you know. I know a lot of people like my color saturation is like really low. A lot of people like it brighter. Don't be afraid. Look here, I'll show you. You could actually see, it's at 25. A lot of people like it brighter. I mean, you could give it up, like go to 30, 32 if you have this. You could brighten it up as much as you want. Me, I just like the way it is, how it is calibrated, and I get great results, guys. You know, I do. So I'll show you some Netflix. But I get my colors are natural. They're really good, as you can see. Look at the red. Everything is great. I like it. You know. Look at the colors. See that? Okay, I'll show you a scene from here. This is a dark scene, guys. As you can see. This Tears from the Sun, one of my favorite movies. But, see, you can move the brightness, you can move the colors, you can move whatever you want. And you're going to get amazing pictures, guys. You know, don't just leave it like, I mean, yeah, out of the box. Here, I'll move it. Out of the box, yeah, it looks good. Because everything is just down the middle. Everything is just overwhelming, all saturated, you know. And with a good calibration, I mean, you will get the right colors, the right picture. Everything will be better. Okay, so I do recommend it 100%. But that's all you do. Just read and go step by step. You should be really good to go. Look. Oh, look at that. See? It's really, really nice. And I could go either way. I could go either, right now I have it on Bright Cinema, or I could go on Cinema, Liquid Cinema. See? And both of them are different calibrations, guys, alright? And this is the hybrid mix. But look how beautiful it looks. After you calibrate it the right way and everything, you're done. Alright guys, hopefully this helps you explain a little bit more of Spears and Munsil, how to calibrate, and you know, I know there's more to it, but just, you know, I do recommend reading and this and that, and you will have these awesome images, guys. Alright, this was Crow. I hope that this helps you guys, alright? Alright, bye.